Nina, please start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18th of the ongoing webinar series on the National Education Policy of the Government of India, conducted by the International Internship University. I am Nina John, an author of the book Navigating Corporate Seas, a coach and communications catalyst, a mentor and motivator. I have been instrumental in setting up the Toastmasters movement in India and Sri Lanka, founder member of the Professional Speakers Association in India, a resource person for Madras Management Association, and visiting faculty for management in several business schools in Chennai. I have been a corporate trainer for several blue chip companies all over India, and I'm currently a coach for communications for chief executives and C-suite officers. The International Internship University, IIU, is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well-reputed in delivering innovative programs. IIU is committed to providing the highest quality education to all learners across the globe, regardless of social or economic background. IIU is providing access to more than 1,000 courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its committed, experienced, and high-caliber global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit sir. A committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist, he has been providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds over the last 2 decades. Mr. Piyush Pandit has publicized the World Education Policy, WEP, One Education, One Foundation, One World. IIU has taken the initiative to reach every learner in rural as well as urban areas through the Vidyanjali project, an initiative by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to provide higher education as well as vocational training along with internship opportunities. IIU is the revolution in education. Our topic today: soft skills were once regarded as a minor subject, almost looked down upon as inferior to all the professional, technical, and other subjects. But as time passed, there has been a transformation of attitude, and soft skills are now referred to as power skills, because it has been recognized that technical skills are not enough to get a project going or run a company. Good communication, teamwork, and collaboration, above all, emotional intelligence and empathy are important. A recent survey of the 40 most important soft skills required at the workplace include communication, teamwork and participation, leadership, listening, self-awareness, interpersonal skills, time management, conflict management, emotional intelligence, and confidence. All of the skills mentioned above were already listed as critical skills for the 21st century manager or leader. Add to this the COVID and the resultant lockdown that drove all of us online, hampering the growth of personal communication in a big way. Students have had 2 years of online studies and little or no interaction with their peers, teachers, or classmates, having to consciously now learn social skills, social etiquette, and social interaction. How do they handle conflicts, teamwork, project work, academic studies in English or another language? How does the national education policy deal with all these issues and challenges? Our eminent panel today consists of some brilliant educationists: Dr. Supriya Kumarvel, Preeti Mehrotra, Mrunmayee Sathe, and Kaushiki Sondhi. Our first speaker is Dr. Supriya Kumarvel, international speaker, communication and leadership coach, soft skill trainer, global motivational and keynote speaker. An international host and social activist, she is also the IIU training and development head. A training professional with over 16 years of rich global experience in setting up, leading, and managing end-to-end learning and organizational development management. She brings extensive experience in building programs for the leadership development pipeline based on business plans and has expertise in providing based uh, VILT and ILT based and blended learning solution. Today, Dr. Supriya is going to tell us all about soft skills. She has been awarded with several national and international accolades and honorary doctorates from various countries like Brazil and Bangladesh. May I request Dr. Supriya Kumravelan to take over the virtual stage. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Nina, for giving me this beautiful introduction. And may I have the privilege to share my screen now? Is my screen visible?
Yes, very much, Supriya.
So once again, thank you to all my fellow mates, IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit sir, and of course, you can say my team, my support, who are working day and night with us to make this NEP series webinar a successful endeavor. And I am here on my day 18 with NEP Soft Skill. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I talk about a soft skill and NEP, most of the people today ask me this question, the relation between NEP and soft skill. But before I take a deep dive in my journey on this NEP, let me tell you a story. Not boring story, the humor story. When we were in college, I was in MBA, you must be MSc, she must be there. We all were having a dream. A lot of questions which used to pop up in our mind. What tomorrow I will be doing? What will be my career? And as you can say, when I was in my college, I used to have only one tension. Why companies will hire me? What I should do extra to inculcate those qualities that I should be hired first. You know, that kind of competition every fresher will have. So I also had the same. And of course, my fellow mates who were always asking me the same and boring question, how to make the resume, how to beautify it, and how to clear the night dream of placement. And trust me, folks, once you click that placement, you will be in your rocket journey. But once you miss that, and when you have to come out of your displacement activity and do a lot of struggle in your life, going company to company, consultants to consultants, and the fact is, in compared to your placement, the job which you will start as a fresher outside your college, I tell you, you have to start with the scratch. 8,000, 10,000, maximum 15,000, because it's my experience. I am telling you. So, what is that quality which can make or break our skills, our personality, and of course, our career? And that is getting a dream job. Everybody is having a dream in college, or you are, or now itself. So many students are having where I'm teaching. Everybody is having, at the end of the day, ma'am, my dream job. Ma'am, how to clear that interview? And what are the skills that we are getting? I am having the best technical skills. But how to have those skills which will give us the bestest company in our life, which we have dreamt. And today, we all are here to discuss. And my first question, how I have started, the relation between NEP and soft skill. As my moderator, Ms. Nina, has told earlier, when you will talk about time management, punctuality, social skills, connecting skills, people will not give that much of preference. But today, you can see, you can feel the importance of soft skill when NEP has taken it as a, you can say, the most important subject in most of the colleges of management, and also to curriculum, which we can say the basic life skills. And now we all are here as life coach, social coach. Why? Because it is the most important skills which a person, if lack, then which we will take it on in my journey today. Now, people, according, when I'm not going to read all those data, but according to the survey which had done in last 5 or 10 years, it has said only one thing, and the conclusion is only one thing. Soft skills are equally important or more important than technical skills. It's always been a debate. Technical skills, soft skills. Which one is more important? And I say, in real, in practical, in experience, in this graph, no, not this graph. In this, where you can see success, technical strength, hard work, a triangle. But at the center, it has all been fulcrum and balanced by your soft skill. Now, my question is, what is soft skills? And if you Google, you will get people skills, social skills, communication skills, blah, 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 blah. But in experience, in real, or you can say, I will tell even a layman language, what are soft skills? Soft skill, I can give you with this example. This is a person who was having a very good technical skills. He can do anything, very sound knowledge. He got a job in an MNC company. And when his boss called to speak 2 lines of introducing himself, he got scared, mumbled up, and blabbering. I am this technical person. Now, folks, I would like to ask you a question. He is a technical sound guy. He got so many certificates, so many awards, and so many degrees. But if I am his boss, what impression I will have when he can't introduce himself in a conference, in a seminar? And my impression is poor soft skills. Maybe in another 6 months, I'm going to fire him out. However, no matter how sound knowledge he is having. So that you can say by this example, soft skills are the most important skills, and it is all about your personality, your overall personality. Personality doesn't mean to look good, to look beautiful, to look smart, but the way you connect to the people, connection to the people, heart to heart, whether you are doing any offline session or online session, you should have the potentiality to capture your audience by your communication, by your presentation, by your body language, and that all sum up and combine your soft skills. Well, it's about NEP soft skill, so I will take the journey a little bit, turning towards left. Hard skills and soft skill, most of the people get confused, and it is from time immemorial, I can say. It has been a topic, debating topic. Hard skills, soft skills, what is more important? But as I have given you my example, technical knowledge is good. Hard skills are very much required. But what is there in you? What qualities are there in you? Your boss, your company don't have an X-ray eyes to judge what is inside you. That you have to express yourself by your soft skill. That is your traits, personal skills, interpersonal skills, and all this communication skills, flexibility, teamwork, time management, empathy plays a very, very crucial role in making your impression either a good or a bad. And if you ask me general, then I will say it has to be a balance. Hard skills, soft skill, both has to be a balance if you want success in your life. And that's the reason. This is one of the main reasons NEP has introduced it as a very important subject. Now in MBA, if you talk about, you used to have HR, you used to have management, if you have strategic management, financial management. But soft skill business communication is the prime importance area where every management graduate has to pass in that. Even when I was doing MBA, and if you can't clear your communication skills, business communication subject, you can't get into next semester. So that's the importance of soft skill. Being a management graduate or whatever field you choose, whether you're a fresher, whether you're a trainer, mentor, coach, we all are today in the same field. So it plays a very, very important role. Now, we all know about the importance of soft skill, but generally, people think and has a myth. I'm not going to read all this, just a basic thing I would like to tell you. Soft skill is the combination of all the spheres. Your time management, decision making, conflict management, leadership, communication, public speaking, and all. It is a very beautiful amalgamation of all these qualities. One question must be popping up in your mind. If soft skill is only good in the NEP point of view or a subject point of view or only professional point of view, or does it play any important in your personal life? Of course, we all are human beings and we need to talk to people day to day for our daily life. If you don't have a good interpersonal skills, how to talk to your colleague, how to talk to your family members, I think charity begins at home. So soft skill is required to carve not only your professional life, but also your personal life. How much educated you are, how much you're filled with qualities. But if you lack the soft skill, you can't be liked by anyone. And if I say for a business point of view, for a student point of view, for a career progression, promotion, growth, everywhere you will find its importance. Whether in the form of communication, teamwork, well, I will not go into detail because we do have other eminent speakers and I would love to listen to them. Critical thinking, thinking out of box, stress management, adaptability, which we all know. So it doesn't mean that you have to get to only one sphere or only one area. Now, what NEP is doing, being an educator, being a teacher, we cannot put the whole pressure of soft skill book to a student, but the educator should focus on experimental learning, knowledge, valuable learning, and most important, soft skill cannot be taught from the book. It has to be practiced in classroom sessions, and that's the reason NEP is focusing on experimental learning, classroom sessions, and most important, you should have a practical knowledge. If I tell you what are interpersonal skills, how you should sit, how you should have the etiquettes, but if I am not giving you a practice, you can't learn that. It's just like teaching a child ABCD, but not given a pencil and a paper to practice it. It is same. So when we see the depth area of national education policy of soft skill, it has been considered a very important part of your curriculum, whether it is your management classes or any other. And it occupies a most important thing which can't be neglected at any phase. And that's the reason we are proud to include soft skill. Being a soft skill trainer, I feel very highly privileged that National Education Policy 2020 has taken soft skill as the major subject in colleges, even in engineering, even in graduation, and management, of course. Of course, soft skills to improve, if anybody asks, because this was the most easy question and most asked question, how to improve it. You have to be a constant learner because learning never ends. It's a continuous journey. Find a mentor. If you can't, then you have to learn by the books, by the videos, by the internet, and be ready to learn and adaptable to flexible. And when you can't improve it, don't get demotivated because first step we will fail, but sooner or later we can make it. Of course, you have to come out of your comfort zone, face the fear zone, get the learning zone, and definitely you will face a better growth zone. Now, we all are like this. You can say we are all are lost in this crowd for job, for college, for getting a dream job, and even being an educator. But what is that skill which will make you the bestest among the best? Because winners don't do different things, they do things differently. And that unique quality is when you inculcate these soft skills or presentation skills, be the best presenter in front of the world. You will be unique and aspire, inspire before you expire. This has been rightly said. So I will say at last only one thing. Technical skills may get you the job, but soft skill can make you or break you as a manager. And I am so much grateful once again. National education policy has taken a major step in including it as a great, or you can say that subject which has to be flourished once again. So once again, thank you so much, my fellow mates, moderator, and of course, IIU for giving me this beautiful opportunity to express my views and to take a deep dive, my beautiful journey with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Supriya. That was an amazing overview of what soft skills are all about. The fact that it is now crucial to anyone, whether in their personal or professional life, right from the junior school level, NEP has inducted soft skills as a subject and has given it due importance, ensuring that having an experiential and experimental approach to this subject ensures that students are ready to face the world. And students need this more than ever in this world where we are both cut off and connected in so many ways. We're cut off because you're all in front of one TV or the computer or the other, and yet the same TV and computer connects us across continents. So how do students pick that up, pick up those skills? How do they become proficient in communication, in connecting? That was a beautiful thing that you said. You need to connect to people, and that's how we really get into that. And therefore, along with all your tips for improvement and how to get out of your comfort zone and become a leader, excellent tips for this generation. Thank you so much, Dr. Supriya. We move on now to Preeti Marotra, who is going to be telling us all about soft skills again. Founder of Career Planner, she is a certified career coach recognized by the CDA, NCDA, and Mindler. ICF recognized clarity and parenting coach, Coach to Fortune Foundation course by Afrin Khan, is a certified soft skill trainer, Indian Leadership Skill ILA, Train the Trainer ILA, Corporate Trainer ILA. She is a registered resource and master trainer of All India Educator Forum Global Membership. She's a program head, virtual and brand ambassador at Bhabard International Publications and is the state vice president MP at Prithvi Abudaya Association, India. She's a career counselor and business development associate at Kids Talent and is the education ambassador at IIU. So may I request Madam Preeti to take the virtual stage. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nina, for giving such a grand introduction. I'm really privileged to be on this platform and interacting with everyone through this platform. So a lot has been already spoken by Supriya. So please let me take in privilege to share my PPT. Okay, can you see my PPT, right? So Nina, my first question to you, do you remember any of your teacher because of her nature, sympathy, empathy, anything, means like, and the reason why you remember?
Sorry, can you repeat that question, please?
I'm just asking, do you remember your childhood time, any of the favorite teacher, or your, means like you are in a job or in a, so any principal or your any administrative officer, do you remember anybody?
Lots and lots of favorite teachers.
Okay, so any reason for it?
Actually, I find that favorite teachers are not somebody that you remember because of their subject. It's because of their interest in you. When they take a personal interest, you start liking the subject, and that's how you grow in that subject. So you evolve as a student, and only that is thanks and only thanks to the teacher and the way they handle you.
Right, rightly said, rightly said. Means like you remember the person entire life if he or she has done good to you, and if he or she has been bad to you, right? In both the cases, you remember the person. And this is because of the skills that person is having, a soft skill, the empathy, the interest, as you mentioned, the leadership quality, the personality, the way that person moves or talk, something attractive in that. So that has always, means like in our mind, like, yes, I still remember my teacher. So there was a bad experience. I still remember my first principal when I was, I've taken this educator job. And I still remember I met an accident, but the principal was not at all worried about that I met an accident and consoling me. Rather, she was scolding me that I'm late, I'm not punctual, and I have to take my class. My students are in a haywire manner. My class is all haphazard, and I was feeling so bad. And till date, I remember that principal, right? Till date, because of my bad experience. And this happens, and that is why it's very important. So something soft skill which we are which we are discussing on NEP, or the NEP has implemented soft skill. It's not something new, right? We all remember, like our parents always focuses on values, right? We always tell our children to pay gratitude. We always tell our children to be punctual, to manage the time. So it's not something new, but this technological world has made somewhere something was missing in this particular gap, where our new generation is not giving weightage to the soft skills. And now this is being analyzed because the students are taking degrees and degrees and degrees, and when they go for the job, they are missing something. They are not practical, they are not able to adjust, they are not able to adapt. And the reason is they are not satisfied, they are unhappy, and that's why they are not able to balance their life. And that's the reason they are messing up with the entire life. And this is need to be addressed. And this is, I'm really glad that this NEP or the government has analyzed, or the education administrator, whoever is means like the responsible persons have analyzed this gap and has implemented this in the education system. Because we as a teachers are not just making the children the book smart, right? We need the children to be prepared for after the schools, so that they can take the job very efficiently. They can manage their life, they can manage their others' life, relatives, or their relationships, plus the workplace relationship, everything with the values, with the empathy, with the interpersonal skills or communication skills, everything. Now it's a time to tell our generation that it is very important, and that is why the NEP is focusing on this. So just moving ahead, already Supriya has mentioned the definition. So I'm just telling you in a layman language, like it's something when we talk, we cannot have a universal language for the soft skill, but it is something like traits or determine how well one has to handle. Some, in a simple word, how one has to handle the work life, the personal life, and the life they are living with their friends and relatives. And they have to, and every day we are managing these skills in our daily life. And that is the reason, if everybody learns to manage these, they are able to manage their life plus their workplace, their role at the workplace too. So as means people are confused at what all are soft skills, though there is no one soft skill, but there are n number of soft skills are there, which every area is having their own importance. But if I talk about the important one, so basic comes at a communication. So if a child is able to communicate well at the school level, if a child has learned that how to communicate, how to be communicate the ideas with a clarity, with a vision, with a mission, and with the you can say with the whatever their idea is, they are able to deliver it properly, that is in the oral form or in a written form. So that is very important part. Creativity, problem solving. Now it's not something, the skill earlier the problem is being seen in the with a one perspective only. Now with the problem solving, if anybody is having a creative problem solving skills, so same problem can be seen with a different perspective. One, there is no fit thing that is this problem can be solved in this manner only. There are n number of ways can be there, and if a child is creative in that, they can come up with a different problem solving. So they are not just disheartened that they are not able to do in this manner. Now there are different ways where they can solve that problem, and they are easily able to handle that problem. Collaboration with the different people, like collaborating with a if they understand the meaning of collaboration, that one cannot be perfect in everything. So by collaborating, right, when they are collaborating with each other, they can make that work successful. So it's very important. The entire word is collaborated, because one cannot do the entire things. So that is the reason now it's an importance is being given to the collaboration. Adaptability, if and there is no adaptability nowadays, it means like if you see the children, they are not ready to adapt. They easily get disheartened. Oh, I am not able to do this. This AC is not working. How will I sleep in fan? Or my bus is not there. How will I go to school? So there is no adaptability. Adaptability is somewhere missing. So they need to understand that how to adapt with a different situation. Every time the situations cannot be favorable. So they need to understand that how to work when their situations are not favorable to them. Positivity, of course, learning from the criticism. The moment you say, not only the children, I'm saying, even we as an adult, if anybody criticizes us, we stop talking to that person, right? We stop talking. He always keep talking negative about me. And the moment if you learn how to handle those criticism, so you are there only you become successful, because you are taking those criticism positively and you're making certain changes. I'm not telling that keep listening to negative things about you. No, but you need to analyze if you are missing on something. If somebody is criticizing, is it really somewhere missing in you? And then you are working on it. So that is something. If you handle the criticism properly, you're able, and then and there you become successful, and definitely you are going to be successful, or a person can be is going to be successful in the further life. Working under pressure, nowadays so much of pressure, deadlines for everything, like projects. Even as a teachers, we because we are also forced to give the deadlines, we need that project to be submitted on time. So they need to work, they need to play also, they need to complete their projects also, their means like homeworks also, then classes also, everything they have to manage. And it's for everyone, it's not for one particular child, or we haven't done, or our coming generation is. So they need to understand that these all are the things which we cannot avoid. So they need to work under pressure. And how work under pressure means like how easily they are able to complete their task, how they are able to manage their time, and they are completing their tasks. Negotiation, everywhere there is a negotiation, right? We as a parent negotiate, we the children as a with the friends, or the everywhere, we as an employer or employees, negotiation is there. And this nowadays the negotiation skills are very important. You need to learn those negotiation skills to become successful. So these are the few soft skills which are very important. And when we talk about soft skills, they are more valued. Now coming to, do soft skills really matter for the students? means like nowadays, is it possible or it is always important? Yes, it is very important, because soft skill improves the employability. So if a person is technically very brilliant, very smart, book smart, or knows everything, but not able to manage or not able to handle, or not missing, the soft skills are missing, then definitely the employability becomes less. The chances of hiring become less, and that is the reason that it becomes the employability. If you are good also, and you are having the soft skills also in you, you are able to communicate well, you are able to present well, you are a good speaker, you are able to deliver your ideas very efficiently. All these matters. So that's why it is very important that a child should have these soft skills. And definitely the as in the high technical environment, so though the technology is there, but still the skills are those which are not missing. Whether you are virtually, or if, like, so for an example, if we are having the virtual sessions, suppose a child needs to understand, or a person needs to understand the respect to each other, right? In a virtual high technological environment also, we need to respect each other, we need to wait for our chances, we need to listen to the others, we need to be active listeners, and then only we are able to communicate well, because we are also giving the same weightage. Adaptability, as I've already mentioned, and good interpersonal skills that can only make you leaders. Nobody has informed lion that he is a king of a jungle, right? Nobody. But the leadership quality that lion has taken, the initiative, okay, the power, the confidence the lion has. There are many big animals like giraffe or elephant, larger in size to the lion, but still lion is the king, because the confidence in the eyes of lion. So this all has made that lion a king of that jungle. So all these are very important. The confidence, the positivity, the belief system, all this has made can make the child really the great leaders. Soft skills allow the hard skills to shine. So whatever the qualities you have, as already Supriya has mentioned, the hard skills. So you have a good knowledge of your subject, you are technologically very brilliant, you know everything, but you are not able to behave properly with your employees, or if you're not able to behave properly with your classmates, you don't know how to talk, how to communicate, you are not a good speaker, you are not able, you are not having any etiquettes, and definitely you are going to fail in your life. So the hard skills will only work if you are having a good soft skill and you are brilliant in your soft skills. Coming to the strategies here for the students, which educators can take upon. Integrity. They can, through the projects, they can tell the children that how they can incorporate many subjects in it, and they can make it like how they can work, how the person or the children can work in a group. Communication skills, they can give the task like written, verbal, or presentations, where the child can improve. If any of the child is missing on that, they can work on it in the school level only. And that is the reason that extracurricular activities is being emphasized in the schools. Okay, because the school is a place where child make mistakes and learn. Once the child is out from the school, people start judging. People start judging them, and then the confidence level of a child is very difficult to build. So it's a very important task on the educators to focus and to observe if any of the child is missing in the, and so not only the educator's task is not only to highlight the children, those who are already brilliant or having those skills. Like if the debate competition is there, so only taking the children, those who are good in doing the debate or good in public speaking, taking them so that they can win or their house can win, as there are many inter-house competitions or inter-school competitions. Why not to prepare the children, those who are feeling or hesitating in participating in the debates or in any of the speech competition? So there the educators have a big role to observe and to identify which skill is missing in the child. Courtesy, respect. If you respect the child, child will respect you. Nowadays, that day is gone when you can just scold the child and without the child asking that why you are scolding. So nowadays you have to get, now the children needs the respect, and they are very, very open to say anything to the teachers if they are not getting the respect also, or to the parents. Now we see our children also, they openly tell us that we are not liking this. How you have scolded on me on this without any reason. Okay, so the see that we need to develop something in the children by showing, by setting an examples for them. So if we are respecting our colleagues in front of the children, if we are respecting children when we are talking respectfully to the children, definitely that child will automatically learn that responsibility. Start giving means like making a child responsible for something. Make the classroom or any of the, means like whatever the task in your class, what you are doing, start giving the responsibilities to the children so they became accountable to it. And it gives it confidence also, plus they also learn that they are accountable to a particular thing, and they start becoming punctual to it, they start taking responsibility to it. And if not, so then what will be the remedies that you will be working for it? Professionalism, they need to be punctual. If any deadlines been given, so they are supposed to submit on that deadline only. So there should be punishment, but punishment should be in a form that is not corporal or something which is demotivating the child, but definitely in a beyond, means extending the date, some remedies to be there where they can work and they can understand that they need to be punctual, or they need to be professional at some few things where no extension or no compromise to be done. Flexibility, if a child is having some issues, a teacher should have that bonding with the child, that they can understand, like if anything is there's a flexibility of choices, like they can choose from. So if you are giving the choices to them, they can understand, if I'm not good at this, I can do this. Okay, so that flexibility is very important, and that is why flexibility play a very big role, because you are not just putting one fit to all the children that this project is for you and you all have to do. No, you have to give choices where the child can come up with their own ideas. Okay, if somebody can do the research work on it, one can play a role on it, or can record a video of it, or make a PPT of it. So that flexibility to be given, and teamwork, definitely that groups, which brings the bonding, understanding, active listening, leading the team, and then responsibility of presenting and leading the team. So that is very important. So these are the strategies which educators can use and can develop without making them learn, can develop them automatically if they are using these strategies in the class.
Ma'am, could we have it a little earlier, please, because the others.
Yeah, sure. Quickly, I'm just going. So these are the tips. Again, I have mentioned them. So through the examples and all, by displaying the respect. And here the soft skill, one special principle.
Nice.
Please tell your children that special principles, that is shake hands, posture, eye contact, charm, introduce yourself, ask questions, learn and listen. And this can only come when the child is having confidence in the educators, confidence in their teachers, confidence in their adults. Yes, whatever when they are doing, when they are shaking hands, they should know that how to shake hand with a firmness, which tells that yes, they are confident. They are, if they are meeting a stranger also, then that firmness to be there. Posture there, how they need to present, how they need to walk, how they need to sit. So that matters a lot. Eye contact, whenever they are doing any presentation or talking to anybody, how much important it is to do a high eye contact. Charm, how to introduce yourself, what all things to be mentioned when they are introducing themselves. Ask question, they should not be having any fear when they are, it means they need to ask anything or they are having any doubt, and learn and listen. And they can only learn and listen when they are active listeners. With this, I conclude, as Obama has already said, that it's a nation can develop when there is education and economy works hand in hand. And if the teachers help the children to build these soft skills, to develop these soft skills, definitely every child is going to have a good future and good career. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Preeti. That was brilliant. We covered so many different topics, and the one that I really loved, soft skills allow your hard skills to shine. I think that kind of underlines the entire set of things. It doesn't matter what your technical and professional skills are. If your communication skills, if your people skills are not there, you are not going to shine as a leader or as a manager or even as a family member or a member of society. So all of these essential for all of us. And I'm so happy you covered all the different areas and started off with why people are so unhappy with their current life and stuff, and how we can get them out of it. How children need to be adaptable, because, and I think we as educationists also need to understand that students are coming out of 2 and 3 years of isolation, so they really don't know people skills. So we have to pay extra attention to that. Thank you so much. And your last acronym of special: shake hands, posture, eye contact, charm, introduce yourself, ask a question, learn and listen. I'm going to steal that for my next seminar. Okay. Thank you so much. So we move on now to our third eminent speaker, Mrunmayee Sathe, who carries more than 11 years of experience in the training and HR arena. She's an international coach, British Council certified IELTS trainer, NSDC certified trainer, soft skills master facilitator, NLP practitioner, life coach, and psychologist. She has conducted various training programs globally for more than 3,000 participants from 11 countries, trained more than 2,000 trainers and over 3,000 students in a campus to corporate setting. She also carries vast experience in corporate training from junior to senior management on leadership, communication, team building, and employee engagement. Mrunmayee Sathe is one of the directors for ILDA Consulting Services Private Limited, a founder director of Upskill with MS, is a visiting faculty at MIT World Peace University, Pune, where she teaches subjects like peaceful communication and collaborative human dynamics. Wow. Her areas of expertise are campus to corporate, leadership, communication, train the trainer programs, NLP, corporate training, HR trainings, faculty development, behavioral skills, and what more can I ask? Most eminently suitable to discuss our topic today, soft skills in the NEP. Over to you, Madam Mrunmayee.
Thank you so much, Neena, for a wonderful introduction. And once again, I would like to thank you, the IIU team, and Dr. Supriya for giving me this opportunity and trusting in me, and giving me this platform to present on a topic which is very much close to my heart, and I guess to everyone sitting over here. Okay, so once again, thank you so much, Neena, and I would like to have the privilege to share my screen.
Yes, you can share.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. So as Neena has given such a wonderful introduction talking about me and our fellow mates who were there, and they have explained soft skill in a very amazing manner. They have covered almost all the arena of soft skills. And today I'm going to talk about one more skill which is very much essential for each and every one of us. We as a trainers started practicing this skill, that is gratitude, right? So we've started showing the attitude of gratitude, and we all know gratitude is an essential soft skill which is required in our day-to-day life. Okay, and the world we are living nowadays, everything is uncertain and unpredictable. We have gone through a worse situation few years back. Since few years, we are going through a pandemic situation. I know talking about pandemic is not something we all are expecting, because we have good and bad experience. But somehow I take that situation in a positive manner. That 3 years of pandemic, with all the good and bad experience, they have taught us something new, right? We learn to adapt positivity. We learn to be more flexible. And due to that situation in life, we try to inculcate one skill, that is gratitude. Okay. And as you can see that gratitude is something that everyone needs to follow. As we all know, gratitude is a positive emotion, which includes being thankful, being appreciative towards the world and the environment around you, right? So and we're talking about NEP 2020, okay, the reform in the country, okay, I'm very much gratitude and grateful towards the nation builders or the people who are behind this policy who have made this reform where they have taken soft skill as an important part. Okay, so when we talk about soft skill, there was various soft skill topics, like Preeti talked about various topics, Dr. Supriya talked about various topics and the importance. So I would like to add in one more topic over there, that is gratitude. Okay, and as we are talking about children's and education industry, so I'm trying to explain this topic more with a student-centric approach or a child-centric approach. So I'll be trying to most simpler in a manner to explain this topic. As you can see on the screen, there's a quote which says that gratitude needs to be learned. It is a skill that we have to learn and practice. It is not an inborn talent or skill which we have to practice that. Likewise, we were talking about other soft skills, communication, team building, flexibility, everything we have to learn. And we all know that the best age to learn something is childhood, right? Everything we are learning in our childhood, we remember that thing throughout our life. So moving further, I'll be talking about how we can use gratitude as a ritual, or we can make it as a habit to our day-to-day life. Okay. So yes. Yes. So as we can see, research says that a child from the age of 3 to 19, when taught to practice gratitude in day-to-day life, they try to have more happier behavior. They are more optimistic. They are socially active, and they get more responsible towards the society and the social norms. They also cultivate different hobbies, and they start participating in extracurricular activities when they start practicing gratitude in their early age. Right? As we all are trainers and mentors over here, we know that training a grown-up adult is a little bit difficult. It's not impossible, but yes, it is a little bit difficult because we have to think about different plans to make them learn and practice. Because a grown-up adult has their own thought process, a belief system, some experiences through which they behave in the society, right? If you tell a small child that, okay, A for apple, he will learn A for apple only. But in a similar manner, if we talk to a grown-up adult and we say A for apple, he may
I think she has lost the connection.
Right.
Yeah, so let's have our next speaker.
Okay. Because she had already messaged saying there's a current problem in her house, and she said ever since it was back, she was planning to do this. So I think we can go on with Kaushiki Sondi. Are you ready, Kaushiki?
Yes, very much.
All right, I like that. Kaushiki is an advisor to Bharat University, Sri Venkateshwara College, Narnarayan Shastri Institute of Technology, Sri Swami Narayan Gurukul International School, Niti Adyog, sorry, the Greenland Public School, and is the education ambassador of the International Internship University. May I welcome you, Kaushiki, to the virtual stage to tell us all about soft skills.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the great and beautiful introduction, ma'am. I think everyone have shown the PPT and the most of the things which are required to be discussed today. So I will be just sharing the general views, which I think there should be, how we can collaborate the new education policy and soft skills together. And almost everything have been covered by new education policy, but somehow, somewhere I feel that things which lack, we should discuss about that today, because that will be additional part, and they can be have an innovative way of developing a new things and policies in future. So I have something new to discuss today, that is like about leadership. I think leadership have been framed in many different ways by different educators, even by the new education policies and by the person itself. I have a small incident in my starting journey as an educator, where I scolded one child because of a kindergarten, because he had not completed the work. So his response was like, "I'm telling you the truth and you are scolding me." So I was like, okay. So this is something like, if a child is telling us truth today, telling that he was going to the party and that's why he was not able to complete his homework, and the teacher is scolding him, then next time he will come to us with a manipulated kind of a plan, where he will be telling us, "I was not feeling good. I was not having any problem in the house, or maybe my mother was not available," that kind of things. So in that process, the child will be manipulating the things. So what we are teaching them actually from the kindergarten, that, okay, if you have to, plot something in a way so that you don't get scolded, you not get anything negative, so you have to have a manipulated mind. So this kind of education are we giving to the child. So even this is a part of a leadership, where it started from, where the seed, it have to be seeded and it have to be taken care of. So I think the leadership qualities start from the classroom. It start from the behavior pattern of the teacher. So the new education policy, they are framing the policies, but they are not telling us how we can have an educator, an instructor, a kind of curriculum where we actually can define that how to take these soft skills in the process. I think we all agree that the artificial intelligence have been taken apart in that policy, but I think it will take more time to make an educator capable enough to be able to teach these things to the student itself. So we need more educators, more instructors like that. So CBSE, new education policy, or what we are doing right now, I think in International Internship University, they are setting an example to the new education policy by having these kind of sessions, where we are discussing about the raw examples, the raw behavior patterns, the raw things, and the human libraries kind of thing, where we are discussing about, okay, what's next? If this is a part of a soft skill, this is something like expressing the way of dealing, how to deal a situation, to have a communication skill, to have a leadership skill, to have a pattern of collaboration or networking, then how we are going to do that? So we are teaching actually this to the students today. So these kind of things have to be set an example. COVID has given us hybrid and high flex learning. So we should understand that nowadays things have changed totally. Now we can't set for the, a set example of doing things. So children have to be framed and make and bring in that way. I always say one thing, we don't need to be well trained. What we are doing, we are getting well trained in the classroom, in the schools. We are not getting well educated. Being well educated means you are good enough to deal the personal, professional, any kind of situation, and that comes with the soft skills. Everyone have talked about soft skills helping them to be a great professional, how to have an employment set of a thing, how to have a target, how to get a career and everything. I believe having a soft skills help you more in your personal level, personal life, where you can find out how to have a focus point, what to be given more in focus. And then when we talk about focus come again in 3 frames, that is the inner focus, the outer focus, and the other focus. Inner focus means how we are delivering our things to the other person next to us, able to understand our things, and that come again with the leadership quality and the communication skills. How capable you are to make the person understand what actually you want to deliver them. Then come next, that is the outer focus. Outer focus again come with many things, like the person next to you, is he or she of that mindset, they are able to grab what you are actually delivering to them. So you have to adjust according to, you have to rotate, tune yourself according to the situation, external and internal. And that again come to the soft skill part, which have to be taught to the student from the very basic learning, that okay, you have your mindset, but are the person you are dealing with, they have that mindset? Or are you capable enough to be to the point or the margin of the person who are dealing with? Are they, above your level or below your level? And you have to adjust your frequency according to that. So these kind of things have to be taught to the student from very basic learning. And yes, new education policy have told us, soft skills is a part, but how? And that can be set an example by having these kind of sessions with students, with teachers, having discussions, having more of mindsets like that, and then coming with a very multi framing discipline kind of a curriculum, where we can discuss and have that in the schools. And even we can have the teachers like that, having the training session with teachers like that, where teachers are build and upskill. I call it reskilling. I love the curriculum of French education. France, they have a very good education system. There they work on the reskilling and the upskilling of a student. They don't work on the hard skills. What we are doing right now, we are working on the hard skills. We're talking hard skills, soft skills, life skills, vocational education. But how to implement it? It's the basic thing. We are talking about it, but how to implement it, how to take it to the next level of actually having the answer, the equal sign, we are not getting there. So I believe that having these kind of discussion where we have a basic curriculum to set an example, like where we have to start, how to teach them, how to tell them, because any hard skill, any soft skill is not working until unless the person is able to be flexible, be adaptable. I've heard the word adaptable. I love that. Adapt. I think Preeti ma'am have mentioned that. So are the students adaptable to the situation? Because when you are into your 30s, I believe no subject, AI, artificial intelligence, coding, or any soft skill like communication, even the communication skill is not going to help you if you don't have the basic focal point inside you of delivering your things to others. Many students right now are getting into depressed phase. They are having a depression, sitting at a very good job. I have one of my friend working in a very good company of IT, and he is facing into mid 30s. He is into a depression phase because he don't have anyone in that frame to talk. So we have to make students capable enough to deliver their things to the person, and that is that communication skills. Yes, communication skills mean writing emails, writing great things, being author, or maybe having a great writing capability, or whatever, XYZ factor. But are they capable to communicate their basic understanding, their basic emotions to the person next to them? Are they discussing, are they into a mindset of discussing things? Because we have to deal with the mental health of the students also right now. We can't just be hard skill oriented or job oriented or employment oriented. So NEP should focus on the mental health also, I believe. And I think they have put that point, but we have to decode it and make it into a very detachable part of understanding that yes, soft skills again come with the employment part and again come with the mental health part. So we need to work on both the frames, and then we can have a great combination and permutations and make that possible for the students to have in the future. And the cross selections which they have offered, the subjects which we can choose accordingly, I think that should be happen by giving a kind of a hub, group discussions, assessments, where the child itself assess themselves that what they are good at. Even the child do see, I was very good into communication, but no one at my home was promoting me to go into that phase. They were always like, marks aane chahiye, you should have a great marks. Every time hard skill, the neighbors, how the students, the neighbor is getting the marks. So are we teaching our students to be in a competitive frame, or are we teaching them to be good enough as a person, as a personality, to develop into a good gesture, how to be great to the person, be kind. These kind of things, we are not spending time with the old people right now. So are we telling them to be kind? Because that will add to their personality. That will make them a good person, and that will itself make them, charming personality. So these kind of soft skills come, I think that come with the collaboration of both parents and teachers. And right now we need to have our trained teachers and more kind of sessions like this, where we can have teachers to be open about the mindsets and have more family engagement kind of thing, where students, teacher, and the management itself discuss that what is good for the student, and we do help them in that frame of soft skills. Are they good with the writing skills? Are they good with the communication skills? Because public speaking itself is a soft skill right now, nowadays. So we can also make them an anchor in a coming future. So we have to find out that capability, and that process again come in to have a soft skills first in the teacher itself, and then we can figure out what is good in the students. So NEP should start with a higher version. We are starting with the students. Okay, how will everyone, I believe how a classroom can be, it is possible for every teacher to be so good in every soft skill. It can't be possible. So we need more soft skills trainer right now in the schools, where they can have a department, and the students can have a direct counseling sessions like that, and then we can figure out, okay, this is good for the students. So NEP is focusing on that, but they are not focusing on how to deliver it in the coming future in the schools. So yes, I think International Internship University is taking a very great charge, where they are making it possible to understand the concept what we are actually seeking for. So that was from my side, Neena ma'am, and thank you so much for today.
Thank you so much, Kaushiki. I was like really spellbound listening to that. I really love the things that you said about how we need a more holistic approach to the child, and not just worry about competition, peer pressure, exams, ranks, and all of those. Allow the child to grow, blossom in the class, have a combination of the family, the school, and the child's talents to shine through. Have a more, also emphasis, I love that emphasis on relationships. And the fact that you can grow up to be an adult and feel that no one is talking to me, I can't talk to anyone. Where do we get that connect? How do we teach everyone? I mean, as you rightly pointed out, even the teachers need to be trained in soft skills and getting that connection and getting through to all of these. So really lots of very, very interesting inputs. And again, the other one I liked about letting children involve themselves in self-assessment, self-analysis, group discussion, and really finding out their own skills themselves, just as water finds its own level. And we also need to remember one thing, which is that the talents children show at the school level may be unearthed only much, much later at the college level. So just plant the seed and let's see what happens in the future. You cannot grow the tree in the school. So that kind of thing, right? Exactly. So thank you so much, Priti. And I think, can we get back to, I think Rinmay is back with us, full of power and energy. So back to you, Madam Rinmay.
So thank you so much, Neena, once again for giving me this opportunity, and sincere apologies for the technical glitch which happened in between. So now I'm back, and hopefully it will not happen again. So let's move on. And yes, as we were talking about making gratitude as a ritual, right? And I was discussing about the research that talks about like teaching a child gratitude or practice of gratitude can help that child. And as we all know that teaching adults can be a little bit difficult than to teach a child, right? So to make a child learn or practice like gratitude is really important, okay? And when we're talking about teaching or making them practice gratitude, we as an educator or as a trainer, we need to practice the same our own self, right? As we say, walk the talk, right? So we have to practice that thing, and we have to make them practice gratitude and being thankful in their life. Okay, so how we can ask a child to practice gratitude? By asking some questions. Okay, when we are asking some question to a small child, we need to make them consider 4 things. Okay, that is notice, Okay, think, feel, and do. And when I'm talking about these 4 things, now you can see I've given some examples over here, what kind of questions we can ask to make them feel thankful or appreciative, right? So we can take different scenarios over here. We have to ask them, recognize what they are grateful for, what is the thing they can be thankful for. Then we have to make them think why they think they need to be thankful, or why they think that somebody has behaved in a particular manner to them. Okay, is because of their good behavior or any other thing. They have to think on that. They have to feel what is the emotion when somebody is appreciating you, or you appreciating someone, or showing gratitude. So what kind of a feeling you have? Let's say I'm saying thank you to Neena ji for introducing me so well, right? So when I say thank you to Neena ji was smiling, right? And looking at her smiling, I was also feeling good, right? So that was my feeling. Okay, I was showing gratitude towards someone, and that person acknowledged that thing. So same thing we have to ask the child to do. And then we have to ask a child to do some activity where he can show that he is grateful or he is thankful. So he can do anything. If we talk about a child can dance, he can sing, he can say many things that, okay, this is the way I can show my thankfulness towards people, right? So these are the 4 things which I want we as educator to teach our students. Okay, not necessarily in school, as Kaushika was also saying that first the educator need to be trained on soft skills, right? But why to only depend on the educators or the teachers? We as parents also can inculcate gratitude in our children. We can start this practice from our home, right? So these are the few questions which we can ask them. These are the 4 things which I want students to be learned, and they need to practice. Okay, they can practice gratitude on daily basis. There can be different ways of doing gratitude practice. Okay, but as I said, we need to be one who are leading with examples. We have to do the walk the talk. So in front of the child, as educator or as a parent, we have to practice saying thank you, right? Then next thing, we have to talk about things which we are grateful. Let's say we have a stressful day, or some situation which is not in our favor, and we are not in a mood, we are in anxiety, kind of anger or something. But when we go home and we sit with our child, we should talk about at least one thing we were grateful of. Maybe the day was very rough, but in that rough day or stressful day, the housekeeping person or the any person, housemaid or anyone coming to you, just a glass of water or just a smiling face asking you, ma'am, what happened? Sir, what happened? Are you okay? Please have a cup of coffee. Okay, we can talk about those moments also. At least we can talk about one thing which is grateful, so that child learn, even if we have a rough day, there should always be something we should be thankful and appreciative. Next thing, we should express gratitude by giving thank you notes or by mentioning some gratitude journals. This way the child will observe and learn that we are sending thank you notes to someone. Let's say you, as I said, that we had a rough day in the office, and then after coming home, you have seen that your spouse has made up your favorite meal. Okay, so just say thank you or just write a thank you note to your spouse. Okay, it was a stress relieving for you, right? If you're doing this activity, that child will also understand, yes, I can also practice this thing. These are small tricks, but it's very essential and very important. Last, we can encourage our children to participate in social cause, right? Some noble cause, some charity cause. They can participate in donation campaign. They can participate for some charity event by doing a breakfast sale or by doing some handicraft things and all. So all this thing, we have to encourage students to do all this thing as a part of gratitude. This can be a gratitude towards the society. And at the end, I would like to talk about 3 magical words. Okay. This 3 magical word I have learned from one of my very close friend and one of my mentor in the starting of my career as a trainer. My mentor and my close friend told me one thing as a secret of success. He told me that if you want to be a good, successful trainer, you need to learn this 3 magical word and make sure that your participant learn this 3 magical word and practice them. Okay. And I tried this thing in various sessions, and actually this magic word works. They show their magic if we are using them in a right place. And I'll be talking about the 3 magical magical words. And at the end, I'll be showing you a small video. It's a very cute and interesting video, which will help us understand the importance of these 3 magical words. We can use these 3 magical words to express our gratitude towards a family, a sibling, relative, entire society around us, and we all can see the magic happening. So it's important to teach gratitude with these 3 magical words to the kids nowadays, so that they can practice gratitude well and they can have a very bright future by having great bonding and having a great successful life. So I'll just talk about 3 things. These are 3 magical words, that's please, thank you, and sorry. So it's important for all of us and for the kids to understand to use please, thank you, and sorry at right place. Okay, these words are really magical, though they're small words, but they are actually magical words, right? As we all are trainers and coaches over here, we all understand the importance of these 3 words. Similar way, we have to make the child understand the importance of these words. And now I'll be showing you the video which help you to understand why we are using this 3 magical words. So in conclusion, I'm just playing this video and then we'll be closing with the session.
Please when asking something, la la la. It's a golden word that gets you everything, la la la. Say sorry when you are wrong, la la la. It's a golden word that gets you respect, la la la. Say thank you when you get something, la la la. It's a golden word that makes others happy, la la la. Don't forget, please, sorry, thank you. These are golden words that always help you. Don't forget, please, sorry, thank you. These simple words will work wonders for you. Say please when asking something, la la la. It's a golden word that gets you everything, la la la. Say sorry when you are wrong, la la la. It's a golden word that gets you respect, la la la. Say thank you when you get something, la la la. It's a golden word that makes others happy, la la la. Don't forget, please, sorry, thank you. These are golden words that always help you. Don't forget, please, sorry, thank you. These simple words will work wonders for you.
Yes, so with this, I would like to conclude my topic on gratitude by expressing my gratitude toward Neena ji, IIU team, and Dr. Supriya for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be here and present a topic on gratitude. I hope this was a helpful topic for each and every one of us. And thank you so much. And over to you, Neena ji.
Thank you so much, Mranmari, for that brilliant exposition on gratitude. I mean, we keep hearing about gratitude journals and an attitude of gratitude makes, changes your attitude or all of those things. But those very simple examples that you gave of how teaching children and using age-appropriate exercises, that the video was fantastic. It really conveyed a lot of stuff in that thing itself. And teaching children to understand their emotions and feelings when something nice happens, getting them to say in words what their feelings are, what their emotions are, getting them to articulate the gratitude and say specifically, thank you for that wonderful meal, or thank you for looking after me today, something like that. Absolutely brilliant thing. And I like the other one also, where you say at the NEP school level, You can have practical courses outside it. And obviously it is when you have that attitude of gratitude, that willingness to go outside, which starts from the family, goes out to the school, the community, and the country as a whole. That's when things slowly start changing. So I think it is a wonderful exposition of all that you covered. And I'm so happy to have heard all that. With that, we kind of come to the end of our 4 eminent speakers and question and answer session. Do any of the speakers have questions that you would like to ask? I think I would like to kind of lead with the question that Kaushki had asked, which is how do we implement all these ideas at the school and other level? You know, the idea of relationships, the idea of kindness, the idea of appreciation, and the whole idea of getting children to have a holistic, grounded attitude to life and making them realize, see, COVID and pandemic has isolated kids. We're in a nuclear family, you're locked up in the flat and suddenly you're out in school. Do children know how to share? Do they know how to adapt? How do they grow? So what are the answers from our panelists? What do you think we can do as educationists to help them to do all these?
Okay, so Neena ma'am, I will answer this with, I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay. So I think it should be very easy. It should start with the management, like the head of the school, where they can have a morning session with the teachers, first of all, where they can let them understand, okay, are you at your best of your mental peace? Because when the educator is entering the classroom, are they capable with the mental health to take that charge? So first, the head of the department should have that, confident kind of a thing that the teacher going to the classroom, they are good enough to do that actually. The instructors are capable enough. I've seen one video like long back where the one teacher, he was very, tired and before entering the class, he was get into a shape and a gesture, and that with a big smile he entered into class, and all the small students were, after him, sir, sir, sir. So he was happy, but when he's out, he was very tired and he was having a headache and all these kind of things. So when the teacher is entering the class, are they capable enough to leave their back memory, back home tensions and professional tensions, financial crisis, or any other crisis back and take that classroom into that proper manner? So then they can, the journey start from there.
Okay.
The journey start from there. So after that, they, the head of the department, the second step, what they can do, they can tell them different small tips. Like when you are going to the classroom, you just have a random thought where you can be like hip hip, and the next things should be from the children. Hooray.
Right.
So that can make a interaction, communication, they understand, and they can find out that, okay, this student is not answering, so he need more attention in that grooming session, and that way they can find out. So they these can help, and I think more can be added by other speakers also.
Excellent, excellent. Anyone else?
Yeah, what Kaushiki said is correct. Means like what she's mentioning that from the management side it should be taken care. And I just want to narrate over a incident over here. When I was an educator, means like I was teaching so I had my ear operation, and this was when, means like after 4-5 days. When I revisited, means like I started taking the classes. So my coordinator already explained to the entire grade by collecting them that she had an operation. So you have to be very silent, and how you all have to behave and all, everything was mentioned. So now the children are aware about it without informing. Means like what we think, we as an adult also, without conveying, without knowing, we expect that everybody should understand us. But until and unless it has been conveyed from your end to others that you are in this position, then nobody is going to care for that, right? Once I am aware that, okay, Neena is not well, the moment I came to know that Neena is not well, I'll be taking care of that. Until and unless I've been informed from Neena's side or from anybody well-wisher from the Neena side, Nobody is taking care for that, right? So one thing is that our children should be also made aware about it. Yes, this how you have to behave. Maybe through the role models, if there is no live examples, so through the means like role plays and all, through the activities whatever they are performing, or if like it happens now, like poem recitation, when it happens in the class, some students are able to means recite very well, but some students may fumble, or some students are just blank. So the entire class should be motivated by the teacher. Okay, help your friend. Okay, motivate them. So now they are learning through the examples, through the live examples. So two things, I think. One, the children should be made aware that how they should behave in the certain situations, until and unless, because they are kids, they don't know. They are just learning situation, as we as an adult also learning many things, right? So they should be informed about how they, every time whenever they are behaving wrong, or whenever their means like actions are wrong, immediately they should be informed about it. We should not wait. Okay, I'll talk to this child later. Okay, like what example Kaushiki has given just now. Yes, teacher is in a pressure to take the class with a happiness because it's her duty. But on the teacher side also, it is not good now that she is suppressing her emotions. How she can ultimately happy, she can take the class well, though she is pretending, but she is not happy, and the true happiness, when it is not there, she'll not be able to take the class efficiently. So very good said by Kaushiki, that it's a management duty, or whoever is means person, or if no one, the teacher should inform in while entering the class, like today I had this day, maybe I will take a minute or two to have my all the emotions.
Yes, recharge and come back. I
Yeah.
call it. I do
Yes.
that in my school. I give them a recharge session. Okay,
Yes.
take your. We have a substitute teacher, and you take a rest today. That's okay. That's cool, because we are human itself. We are dealing the same things. So I think that happens, and we should be very cooperative. And new education policy, they should have these kind of points also, because see, as Preeti mentioned, that yes, we are not aware how to do it. We have, okay, soft skill is there, soft skill, we need soft skill. Okay, we are talking about soft skill everywhere, but how to implement it? That's the question.
Yeah.
Right. And I think one of the things, the ironies of soft skills is that you can have a curriculum, but you cannot really cover soft skills as a whole. I mean, something like the example you gave of your colleague telling the children that you're not well, and the children expressing empathy will not come in a syllabus. But that is exactly the practical way of demonstrating what is relationship, what is empathy, how do children understand, how do teachers cope with the different stress that they have, personal, professional, others, all of these. So we need to understand all of that. And I think Ravi Kumar sir has put in the chat box that people do what you do and not what you say. So teachers have to practice the social skills, parents have to practice the social skills before we ask others to do it. And I think as educationists, I think today's panel has been wonderful. I've had great input from each one of you, Dr. Supriya, Dr. Preeti, Mrinmayi, and Kaushiki. Brilliant inputs from all of you. And I think what we really need to understand is that as teachers, it is not our job to teach the syllabus. That is just a part of the whole thing. It is not we don't just have to cover the syllabus, we need to uncover it so that people understand the concepts and what is required. And as teachers, it is not our job to stop with the syllabus. We are preparing them for life. How do we do that? That is the teacher's job. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we come to the end of today's excellent webinar. Many, many thanks to the International Internship University for this opportunity. Thank you to my wonderful all-women panelists. I was hoping not to say that, but I guess it finally just came out, all-women panelists, and our special guest, Ravi Kumar sir, on the panel today. With that, may I say thank you, good night, and we will meet again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Night, everyone.